Okay, so this video today will be focusing on borderline personality disorder, which is also known as emotionally unstable personality disorder. From feedback from our last video, we realised that a few people was a bit like, what's that? Border something? No. Okay, borderline personality disorder, also known as emotionally unstable personality disorder, and I'll give you a brief breakdown today of that, and Sophia will also just give a bit of information on, you know, her diagnosis, how long it took to get to her diagnosis, and then how she felt when she did finally receive her diagnosis. Now, just a bit of information, as I said in my previous videos, and for people that didn't see that, borderline personality disorder is characterized by unstable moods, behaviors, and relationships. Now, in order to get a diagnosis, or to be diagnosed, should I say, with borderline personality disorder, you would need to be facing exhibiting 5 to 9 symptoms to say that, you know, this is what you're suffering with. And to give you a few of those, so huge worry of abandonment and trying deeply to avoid that, unstable relationships, uncertainty about self-identity, risky behaviors, self-harm, volatile emotions, feeling empty, and lastly, short-term flights from reality, as our lovely young lady here will let you know about. So I guess we can start by, how long did you take to get to your diagnosis? And
well, as I said in the first video, I was first diagnosed with depression at 18. Obviously, didn't want to know, didn't know what it is, wasn't really that bothered. And then a major incident happened, which I did touch on in the first video, which is when social services actually removed my child from me. And during that period, I had to go through various assessments, and one of those assessments came up with the conclusion that I had traits of borderline personality disorder. Now, at the time, I didn't know what that was. I literally thought when they said borderline, it meant that I was on the borderline of having a personality disorder. And so I didn't really do much research into it. I remember I did talk to my therapist about it, and she actually agreed with the diagnosis and said that she was going to increase my weekly sessions to twice a week, which is what's usually the best form of therapy for people with a personality disorder. We didn't really talk about it after, and then about 2-3 years later, which was the other major incident where I ended up in a mental institution, that's when I was formally diagnosed as having an emotionally unstable personality disorder. Now, that's the same as a borderline personality disorder. However, I do prefer the term emotionally unstable personality disorder, as it is more descriptive form of, you know, what's wrong with me kind of thing. The term borderline personality disorder is quite archaic, and it was used to basically classify people that were on the borderline of psychosis and neurosis. And that to me is kind of scary. That's a very scary way of explaining it. So in our segments, you'll see me refer to EUPD rather than BPD, because I do prefer the term EUPD. Emotionally unstable personality disorder. It's very descriptive. I mean, it literally just knocks the nail on the head. So
the volatile emotions, which is Sophia believes is a huge one.
Yeah, I believe that one will probably feature greatly in across all boards of people with personality disorder. It's the thing of where normal annoyances for people, like say going on a packed bus or missing that bus and you're running late or stuff like that. Those are just like slight annoyances that you can just, you know, you can brush over or whatever. People with BPD or whatever, like, they can't brush it over quite so easily. They tend to overreact, and then, you know, it could, like, missing the bus could literally lead to a nervous breakdown.
And that's an anxiety attack.
So I mean, I think in future segments we'll probably try to adjust each of the symptoms.
Yes.
And go into more details on, you know, day-to-day life and, you know, what it's like to have this and stuff like that. But for now, we just wanted to give you guys just a general overview.
Yeah, of emotionally unstable personality disorder, otherwise known as borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
So a bit of information for you today, guys, and next segment. You will keep you waiting.
Oh, and we want to say a big shout out to Marie for guessing the name of the movie. Thank you guys for watching and supporting us. It really does mean a lot, and it will make a difference. And thank you for joining in this fight.